Hey, this is Marcie, and welcome to a brand new episode of Behind the Lyric. This is episode 30, and I want to thank everyone for supporting the show this far, and I'm really excited about this one. So here we go.
I'm Erez.
Duvdev. We're Infected Mushroom.
When we started producing trance music in Israel at that time, that was the most underground kind of genre of trance music. So it was basically what European trance started at 88 but became heavier in Israel. So it was kind of heavy trance, and for some reason, because it was involved with so many psychedelics at the time, it was called psychedelic trance. But basically it was just up-tempo for normal trance. So when we started, we really liked that genre, so we were only into psytrance. We wouldn't even look sideways to nothing besides that. That was our beginning.
Erez is more technical on the computer. He sits most of the time on the computer, and I come with my crazy ideas, but sometimes he comes with the idea. I sit on the, we split the roles. Sometimes he makes the coffee, sometimes I do. Well, I make better coffee.
Take it black or?
Black as it gets.
Yeah, there's special coffee.
Yeah, we cook a Turkish coffee. It's we take some serious time to the coffee. Yeah.
I can feel it growing in my skin. I can feel it starting to change. I can feel it wanting to give in when I wanted to stop all the pain. I can see it running in circles. I can see it without my eyes. I can see it trying to come out when I wanted to come alive.
Level for us, of production, and we actually built the full story for this show, which is super psychedelic, I think, and interesting. It's like half going to the cinema. Lots of the stuff are very dark in this and futuristic.
Well, the structure itself was built by Vida Morus, which is Heather. She's a brilliant designer. We came with a concept and she just took the concept and built it, full spheres that looks like the Death Star and are floating inside of a screen. First of all, I gotta say, music for us comes always before the show, before the visuals, before everything. But for this particular show, we changed the concept of how we build a show and how we dance a crowd. And for us, we said there's moments that people will not dance, and that's okay. In the past, even if the track is really, really good and people like it, if it's not danceable, we used to kick it out of the show. But in this show, we came back to a lot of the tracks that people like and they're more cinematic and more chilled out, and we said, oh, this is great for people just to watch visuals and not go ballistic. lot because me and Aris, I used to on coffee and stuff, and I used to do a listening to it, but this was many years ago. But when we do our music, it's completely, you know, coffee and food and the work environment and stuff. But the people take it to other levels, which is cool. You know, I get it. I've been there, and everybody takes music to his. Some people take it really serious. Some people take it as a hobby, and some people it's a life-changing experience for them, which is cool. I thought about the track, and the name of the track, Pink Nightmare, was about a little girls that have nightmares of that, you know, girls like pink, especially. And the concept of the song was like the pink is getting stolen from a little girl. This is how we saw the video coming out. Sebastian Lopez, which is a very good friend of ours from Argentina, he took Pink Nightmares to a very dark place. And when we got the first draft, because we were not there shooting the video, we were like, what the fuck, you know? It took us at least like a few shows to get it, but I get it, you know, and it's pretty dark and gross and weird together. It's a kind of a, I don't know if it's a pink nightmare, but it's kind of a nightmare. We don't care about politics in Israel because it's always the same. And politics in general is pretty boring. We don't have a stand about what's going on there. We love the country. We love the food. We go visit once in a while, but because we live in LA, we feel also we do not have something to say because we don't live there. You know, if you want to be involved in politics, you should live in the place you vote for and stuff like that. Maybe in 2 years I'll vote here, you know, when I become a citizen. Definitely. The right to vote. It's important. A lot of people ask about experimental. I think we want to do an album like Converting Vegetarians, but it takes so long to produce a double-sided album. But more experimental for sure. We love this kind of stuff. Converting Vegetarians was a funny album for us to make, so yeah, maybe, why not?
years back when we were in the psytrance scene, if you do like a little bit of going a little bit to the left from the genre, they go ballistic, you know. But today, in the Infected Mushroom, we already done so many kind of genre, and some people hate it, some people love it, some people don't follow it, some people follow more, you know. But for us, basically, when we approach the studio today, we do whatever we like.
Now we're doing something for Marvel, for example, but you know, most of the times it never comes out, or it does.
To do a score film, that takes a long time, and we don't really have that time. So if we can score something for a little bit of a movie, that's cool. Today we walk in the studio like an office kind of thing, because we have kids and stuff, so we walk from 9 to 4 and something like that. I think half of the time we spend on coffee and food, and half on music.
Yeah, we don't take it so easy, you know.
So yeah.
I can explain. No?
Yeah, no hurry. Yeah.
Brings us to the end of the 30th episode of Behind the Lyric. I want to thank all the artists for participating, this station for broadcasting, and Anthony Webster for his engineering work. For more information and track listings, please go to behindthelyric.com. Once again, I'm your host Marcie, and thank you for listening to Behind the Lyric.